Huge thank you to ASV Inventions, home of the Unbreakable Lever, Sirius Studio, who has some sweet merch worn by myself, Trey Kennard, and other people that are way more of a legend than me, and the DesignLabCo.com. They've got some great designs in their lab at their co, and if you have any graphic needs, they can take care of you. And can't forget about my newest channel sponsor. Huge thank you to Simplify. They're an automatic booking and payment system for solo entrepreneurs. I have all my links and discount codes in the video description, and I really hope you guys enjoy today's video.
What's going on, Tube? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you all very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. 450 main event just finished up here at round 2 for Supercross and the Super Motocross World Championship here at San Diego. Another win for ET3. Badass race, and like we did at A1, we're gonna give you guys a little bit of a post-race track walk and a review. Just gonna try to briskly run through all this stuff, show you guys how mental the track is, because these guys don't get enough respect. Even the top guys, even the guys that didn't make the main tonight. It's insane what these guys are dealing with. I mean, whether you're first or 40th, these guys are all riding the same track. It is brutal.
Crowd is losing it. I think it's because 7 Deuce Deuce is out there.
Rip down the start straight, get started with the 450 class. How about friggin' ET3? Like, are we serious? 2 for 2 on the KTM and in old age? And I use the word old age very lightly. I mean, he ain't that old, but I think he might actually be the oldest guy on the track. So do with that info what you will, but the dude looked great all day. I thought he was fastest in first qualifying, but I guess there was a power surge or something crazy, so they had to do extra time in the second qualifier. I don't think the first one even counted, but he ended up qualifying fastest. Looked great in the heat race, obviously great in the main event. Epic duel between those three: Eli Tomac, Hunter Lawrence, Ken Roczen. I almost thought Chase Sexton was going to join the fight from freaking hitting the gate in the main event, but his charge stalled out in the 4 spot. But coming out of this first corner, you can see it's all loose, not marbly like A1, but a little bit loose, and then a very similar sketchy entrance into the track over the backside of one of the berms on the regular lap. And check it out, like, you're dropping into that. I'm actually surprised we didn't see any more commotion through there. Everything was pretty clean. But as we get into the actual track, much more moisture in this thing, way more ruts and whatnot than we had at A1. A1 was pretty hard and slick and marbly, but I mean, shoot, into this rhythm section, we got ruts all the way from the berm up top, all the way up the face of this jump. And these guys were using this right here, like the rut from the berm all the way up, and seatbound's tripling over this 5 right here. I mean, it's actually insane, and they make it look easy for like 20 minutes plus 1 lap in a row. It's out of control. But yeah, actually, I called the ET3 win in my predictions. He looked unbelievable at A1. A1's always a little bit weird, but yeah, it didn't look like anything weird for me from ET. It looked like ET is for real. He's here to stay. And these ruts were here to stay too. My gosh. Drag a peg, drag a leg, pick and pray. Second place on screen, Hunta. Man, I thought he was going to get that first win. He was so close. Led early, got passed and dropped just briefly by Kenny and Tomac, but then he put in a late race charge and almost had Tomac with a lap to go. He was right there, maybe a couple of mistakes as we head to another berm with a rut all the way up the face of the jump. Precision is going to have to be in your contract if you plan on survival out here, but great ride for Hunta. I feel like the first win's got to be coming this year. I mean, it looks great. He almost got it just then, and I mean, we're only on round 2. We got like 15 more. Out of this corner, step up over this tabletop. So sketch. Land in this pocket, and then you pretty much just triple your life away through the rest of the section, and it gets really gnarly up here. As we'll check this out. You 3 right here. Land on a 3, but then you got a 3 again off of what looks like a mild 3. This thing, it barely has any pop on it at all, as we got Unadilla on the landing of the jump before. But yeah, they were sitting into this thing, big ass yawn, tripling over this thing, then tripling one more time on the way out, maybe a single thrown in there. Then for third place, standing O from the crowd for Ken Roczen. We finished this rhythm section, triple, triple, more ruts, corduroy pants, and then more triples. But I actually thought that the night was going to belong to Kickstart Kenny there for a little bit. Put in a massive push early on Hunta. Finally got the move done. He and Tomac went at it for a little bit, and then when Tomac got him, the win seemed to come out of his sails just a little bit, but to still end up on the box, a 2-3 to start the season. I mean, how about the old dogs, dude? Who needs to teach an old dog new tricks? The old dogs are just fine with their own tricks. Double out of this rhythm. Most everybody's going to the inside and doubling off of almost nothing here. You got such a small little groove to hold you in there. I'm surprised we didn't see any 90-degree, 180-degree slide outs to catapult nationals out of this thing. I didn't think a whole lot of people were going wide, but there's a rut there, so somebody would have had to have been going there. But then 4th place in the 450 main event, Chase Sexton. What could have been, dude. He crushed the heat race. Really rode amazing in the main event. I feel like he was the fastest rider all around, but when you hit the gate, it ain't gonna work out for you. These are the best guys in the world. You can't exactly just rip through the field first to last, even though he's done it outdoors, but it just wasn't gonna happen tonight. Double in, almost nothing left of that. It's all chewed out, got a pothole in the contract. And this thing, same way. The face is 8 out. Everybody's using this one rut right here. You can see you got some rocks just for good measure. I'm pretty sure you get good traction off those though, so everything's cool. Double, triple, and this looks like the best berm on the track. This thing's titty city. You can actually rail the tits out of that thing. But yeah, a little bit more on Sexton. Very odd in practice. He was looked super off. Had a crash where he just absolutely T-boned Mitchell Harrison. Just totally out of pocket. And out of this berm, big old 353 seat-bounce yacht. And same thing, these 450s just tear the absolute piss out of this track. This face was like a foot taller yesterday. And I say this with all due respect because he's obviously an unbelievable rider, world class, but as bad as Sexton looked during the day, I feel like for the night show, he really turned it around because during practice, I saw tons of mistakes, some close calls. He was trying to put fast laps together and just couldn't quite get them done. But the heat race, he looked like a totally new guy. Just came out and crushed it. I think maybe a little bit too overzealous hitting the gate in that main event, but you'll have that on the bigger jobs. He still rode his ass off. Got the drone ripping out of this berm, back across where the first turn goes. And then how about a top 5 for Versace Savacci? Great ride for Joey Savacci, right up there with the big dogs. I mean, he is one of the big dogs. I feel like people forget how many seasons in a row that dude put himself in championship contention on a 250. And that's basically what the 450 class is all 250 class champions. And he's almost one of them. Fits right in with the pack. And that was an epic ride. Cross the start, into the tunnel here. No big old wall berm like A1. Looks like most of it funneled into this inside. Added the single after press day yesterday. Open it up a little bit. Got this rut, super sketchy, a couple of them on the inside, or you can go around the outside. It's a little flatter, a little lower. But yeah, you might end up in there, which is not where anybody wants to go. Then we got our finish line yacht. This thing was supposed to be a triple, but I think some people stacked themselves on press day in the 6 a.m. Nationals, so changed it back into a double, mellowed it out just a little bit. It's actually pretty funny how this big double right here is like by far the easiest thing here. I mean, pretty much everybody jumps at first lap. If not by then the second. But rest of the 450 class, we had a 6 for Justin Cooper, a 7th for Aaron Plessinger, bouncing back after getting teed up by Coop on accident last weekend at Anaheim. And then an 8th for Cooper Webb. Not a great day for him, not a great night for him. Had a crash in the heat race, another uncharacteristic move where he slammed somebody on lap 1, but just couldn't quite get it going. Bad start in the main, but Coop's not a West Coast guy. Wait till we head east, dude. That guy will wake right up. Laying the finish, a little bit of chatter bumps. It's perfect when your suspension's stiffer than a 2x4. Got some nice ruts to this bowl corner, into the whoops. Jay Dungy, mechanic influencer, is checking them out too. The Max mechanic said these look like ENDUROCROSS, and I concur. Holy crap, these things are cooked.
I mean, this is most definitely the me after 3 Michelob Ultra spec because these things are hammered. It also could be the Redneck's wife spec because they're also beat.
Insane. The boys are checking it out. Got to take some notes for next week. It's a long series. But man, let's take a walk through these. Out of control. I have no idea how they do it. This massive groove down the middle, edges everywhere in sight. There's probably edges even off the side somewhere over there.
The only thing good, Carlos, look, it has traction.
The boys called it. It does have traction at least. A1, we had some ice rink coffins. We still got some rocks down in there. I mean, when you see the best in the world like Eli Tomac and Hunter, Kenny, and all those guys making mistakes, you know it's insane. And one of the craziest things of the day for me was we had a couple guys, Justin Cooper, Justin Hill, I think Kitchen did it a few times. They were jumping through the whoops, and then they were preloading off this tiny last whoop that everybody else is skimming off of, jumping on top of the tabletop and step on, step offing. It's actually mind-boggling. Oh, we got renegades on the track. At least I'm not getting kicked out. Hell yeah. But for everybody else, hit the whoops, drop down on this. Yup. Get some nice air time for Guy Cooper over this. And here was the on and off landing. At least it got worn down a little bit. You try to land over here, probably gonna have a bad day. But as we continue, we exit these whoops, got like a little set of 4 or 5 on the way out. They were just wheel tapping off this first starter and jumping all the way out. It was actually super fun to watch. But now we'll move on to 250 class with a win. Kind of what I was expecting last weekend, but 1 week late, better late than never. Hayden Deegan gets the win, takes everybody to the danger zone. Sent Max Anstey to the danger zone, as we still got some more cups in these too, dude. Nobody's safe. But yeah, I was actually right there where Deegan made the pass. It wasn't anything crazy, man. Like, he didn't go for a T-bone or anything, but I was a little surprised to see the brake check and holding up the teammate to the point where he tipped over. I mean, it was calculated and it was a good move, but I was a little surprised to see it this early. Out of this berm, nice and actually tacky. It's so much tackier than last week. There's actually a couple ounces of traction. And shoot, I didn't realize this. It looks like there's maybe a cheater line over here. I don't know if maybe there was some bales or something there. It doesn't look like it, but then we got this massive straight up, straight down bridge jump X Games step up yacht. No joke, it's actually hard to run up this thing. It's not even me and my great knees either. It's just insanely steep. But yeah, great night for Deegan. Him and Kitchen swapped back and forth as we're about to go down a straight 90-degree drop roller coaster vertical landing here on the step up. About a trip. All right, we survived it, but Levi and Hayden were going back and forth in practice the whole time. Hayden barely ended up edging him out. But if you're Hayden Deegan coming in with the #1 plate and you're thinking you're the top dog, you're kind of proving you're the top dog. But after an A1 where you're not fastest qualifier, don't get the win, don't get on the podium, you know he was fuming during the week. He was stoked as he came off the track. Massive sigh of relief to get the win. And yeah, I think he may or may not even have the points lead as well, because I think he put Anstey back to 4th or 5th. So he's either got it or he's tied for it. I don't know, guys. I just watched the race and I don't have anything in front of me besides this dirt bike track. But into this berm after the start, straight backwards, inside rut. There were some guys actually doubling out of this inside and qualifying, pretty mental. Or around the outside, hit this berm and then go for the 2-3. So we got dozers coming through right behind me. We're about to be out of time. It's a quick deal here. I got to get her done ASAP. But more grooves. I mean, that's all in the contract here. There's not going to be a flat, smooth jump face. That ain't going to challenge the best in the world. Double in out of the ruts, and then shocker, just a few more ruts for good measure as you bust out this triple. A little bit of a tricky transition. Saw some crashes on it earlier. Big shout out to Mitch Oldenburg. I have no idea on the status or anything like that, but he went down hard in practice, brought out the red flag, and get well soon to him. They don't mess around. The teardown has already begun. And yeah, we're already into our last corner, our last rutted berm. And we'll run through a few more thoughts on the 250 class as we make our way out of this place. Second place for Cameron McAdoo, balls out. Actually balls in. He didn't even need to let him hang. One more time through these ruts. At least I didn't have to ride him. I'm not going to be all PTSD'd out tonight having nightmares. But yeah, great ride for McAdoo. The guy's actually like a total podium machine. I feel like he's very underrated in that department. If he's healthy, even if he's not, he usually podiums. And same thing tonight, he just hung in there tough. Outlasted a lot of those guys, ended up on the box. So he's definitely got to be stoked about that bounce back after Anaheim won. Told him congratulations after the race, and he jokingly told me it was from me kicking his ass all those years, which is hilarious because with all due respect to Cam, there was way more than just me kicking his ass. I was the least of his worries. But yeah, all respect for Cameron McAdoo. He came from the bottom, now he's here. You love to see it. Then a third, rounding out the podium for Star Yamaha's Michael Moseman. 2 Star Yamahas in the top 3 on the box. Great ride for him. Honestly, he was charging hard that whole moto. I think he needed the 20+1 like the 450s, and I think he maybe could have at least gotten McAdoo. But yeah, great riding for Moseman. I feel like you just never know what you're going to see on a weekend-by-weekend basis. You know, get this weekend, but last weekend had to go to the LCQ. But speed's always there. That's never a question. All right, I just had to consult the results as we're walking out of this place. 4th place in the 250 main for Levi Kitchen. Hell of a ride, dude. I don't know what happened, if he started in the next county or what, but he was way back 2 weekends in a row, but he made it work. So we got old Star Yamaha picking up what they left behind. But yeah, another dude in the what could have been department. He's been blazing fast in practice. Maybe the fastest guy overall in the qualifying sessions. I think he's gone 3 for 4, so he's made a good case to call himself the fastest guy in the class, but when you start way back, just not enough time. The guys are too good to really get it done, so he's had to settle for a 4th. Then rounding out the top 5, we had Max Anstey, Fish and Chips. No 3 to 5 business day interview, unfortunately. Got caught up in the danger zone, but you'll have that from time to time. And great day for Max overall. He was pretty fast in qualifying, but I feel like he's not usually a one-lap guy. Great racing in the heat race with Deegan, and then He did everything he needed to do, got out front, put himself in the perfect position, but like I said, get caught up in the danger zone. I mean, I feel like he tried to check up, but just didn't quite have enough room, ended up tipping it over, and still salvaged a top 5. It's not like he threw the championship away or anything, but yeah, this thing's heating up by the weekend already. More equipment rolling on out, but then we had a 6th for Hymus. I don't really remember the rest, but yeah, that's our post-race race review from round 2 here in San Diego. Definitely don't want to get hit by that big-ass bucket. My gosh, he's probably hoping I'll hurry up and get out of the way, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed being here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the rest of the content too. I've been a busy man out here. I'm only one guy and I'm just working like a chicken with my head cut off, but I am enjoying it. Hope you guys are too, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. No choice.